Man, I like playing Bonnie, and I love a lot of the old mono green leaders too. But sometimes I just wish there was a new mono green leader that I could play and have the same kind of fun that I do when I play leaders like Green Odin or Kinemon. What's this? A message from Bandai? New leader, huh? Well, let's check it out. Oh my god. Yo guys, welcome back to another video. We've been getting leaks of some of the new OP12 leaders recently, and we just got a new one in the form of a mono green ZORO. And I don't know, I'm just so hype about this leader. It's tickling my fancy, if you will. I am very excited for it, and I wanted to make just a quick video going over the leader, two of the new cards that have been released specifically for ZORO, and talking just a little bit about some of the already existing cards, some combos that are going to be possible, some things we might be able to do with the deck, what kind of style the deck might be playing, and yeah, just wanted to quickly go over all that. I hope you're as excited as I am. You guys know I'm a green player, and I'm a Bonnie main, and this is just like, I haven't felt this excited for a green leader in a really long time. So I have high hopes, and like no matter what, he seems like he's gonna be really fun to play. So without any further ado though, let's just jump in and let's get started. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the leader effect. It is a mono green leader, 5 life, 5000 power, slash, and it has the typing of Supernova and Straw Hat. We got Supernova, that's huge. Having the Supernova typing in your leader is like such a crazy buff because it allows you to use a lot of locked cards like Cavendish and the full effect of Hawkins, etc. But the effect is Dawn times 3, activate main once per turn. If this leader has battled a character during this turn, set this leader as active. Then for the rest of this turn, this leader cannot attack characters with an original cost of 7 or less. So a lot to unpack there with this kind of effect. One thing that it didn't even dawn on me till later is this is activate main, which is really cool because it's not when attacking, which would make it slightly weaker in my opinion, because you can attack something, do stuff with your board, or let your opponent react. Maybe see what I don't know, see if there's a trigger that KOs something on your board, and you're like, okay, now I need to like change my plan and attack into this character or something. There's so many different lines of play and so many different orderings you can do now because this is activate main and not just when attacking. No, I don't think this is like the most broken leader effect or anything, but it's perfect for green because it's like a good enough effect and it's like a fairly strong effect. And it definitely gives you something that like if you like mono green kid has obviously a similar effect, and it's pretty cool. It's a fun effect, but having to trash a card and rest 3 Dawn can kind of be like a bit costly at times, and this one seems like it's a little bit more easy to manage. And just the fact that like, I mean, even if it's just, you know, like dealing with aggro or something, like being able to attack into a character and then attack into your leader or something is just seems like it's really cool. And I think the main strength with ZORO here is that he's gonna have like a decent effect with like really awesome support and his archetypes and his package that comes with him. So just speaking of which, let's jump into the cards that got revealed for him, which were one, we got Kuina. Cool little illustration there. I bet it's gonna look great in full color. And green character, it's a common, which is really cool. It's 4 cost, 1000 power, she's slash, plus 1k counter, East Blue, and then Shimotsuki Village, which is like, you know, where the village where ZORO was training and grew up and stuff. Activate main, you may rest this character, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 4 or less. Then attach up to 3 rested Dawn to one of your ZORO leaders. This card is amazing. It's really crazy. Another thing here too is I realized, one, it's activate main, which is awesome because it's like the new Drake from OP10, the one that can, if you're equal to or less life, right, you can rest a 4 cost. But read here, make sure you read carefully. It says original cost of 4 or less, which is huge. That's awesome. So like leaders like Usopp or like cards that get like cost buffs, or even just like, you know, there's like I have my crew card that like Black Yellow Luffy can use. There's certain things where it's like green's not ever, mono green is never lowering or raising the cost of anything, so it's not something that they have to worry about. So in my opinion, this is always a plus. This is always an advantage. So even if you know their 4-cost blocker gets a plus 1k and they're out of range, you know, certain black or dual black color decks have the ability to raise the cost of certain characters, and now it doesn't matter. You can just, you know, rest it if it's 4 or less. And obviously this just activate main, not only do you rest a character, but then you're putting the Dawn onto your leader. So I see that the bold part of this is for resting her. I think we'll need some double confirmation, some like double checking going on to make sure to see if like, can you still attach the Dawn onto ZORO if you don't rest something, or is that the cost? I don't believe that's the cost. The cost to me that I can see from just reading the Japanese, the bold part is that you can rest this character. So I think you're going to be able to do it whether or not you rest a character. We'll just need some confirmation on that, but regardless, super duper strong. And she's 4 costs, so it's a pretty pricey card, right? But the thing is she's slash, so you could play this out with Mihawk. I know she's only 1k power, so it makes her kind of in danger, but I think there's going to be so much utility with this card that it's just going to be worth it to play, like, no matter what in the end, at least at the start when like trying out builds with Kuina and the next card that I want to talk about, which is Koshiro. So this is a 2-cost 1k slash 1000 counter East Blue Shimotsuki Village. The effect is if one of your cost 5 or lower slash type characters other than this character were to be KO'd by an opponent's effect, you may instead rest this character, and it has blocker. So really, really cool. It's just a 2-cost blocker that essentially works like the new 2-cost beige from, oh, I guess it's like Tashigi, like the 2-cost beige from OP11, like those new types of characters that are coming out. There's a new like Rosinante that has a really similar effect. Really, really cool. It is only KO. It's not removed from the board by opponent's effects, but it's just a 2-cost. So like we take it, and it's a blocker, which is really, really cool. And the nice thing here is it's just 5 cost or lower slash type characters. It doesn't have any kind of stipulation on what kind of type they are, like what other you know, typing of like if it's East Blue or Shimotsuki Village or like Supernova, all of your 5 cost or lower slash characters are going to be protected, and I'm going to go over some of them later too. But so we have Kuina and Koshiro are like essentially the first 2 cards specifically for ZORO that have been revealed, which is really, really exciting. I think they're both really, really strong, and let's just jump into some of the other cards so we can talk about the other combos and stuff that are possible. The first thing I want to talk about, kind of like the different archetypes, like the different ways you can probably build ZORO. So obviously he has Supernova and Straw Hat, so you know your mind probably jumps to like 1-cost Bonnie search, having a Supernova build. The new green Nami from EVO2, which hasn't come out in the West yet, but like this gave red-green law buffs too. It's just such an awesome card. I love the art too. The alt art is even better. It's crazy. So we're gonna be able to like run different packages if we want. And then I have this Kuina. This is not like, I don't think this actual Kuina card is very strong, but I'm saying I think there might be like a Shimotsuki Village or like, you know, slash or swordsman-ish type searcher or something that comes out. So we'll definitely need to keep our eyes out for that. But these are the 3 main packages, like the types of builds that I could see ZORO being. So I'm really curious to see like what combos work best. If it's better for just like a mono, do we do like a hybrid build like we do with a lot of Bonnie decks? I'm really interested to see how it goes. And these are some possible key cards, kind of like what I think the deck is probably going to revolve around, at least at the start when we're trying things out. And this is just with limited knowledge, right? But these are cards that like day 0 I think could be strong in ZORO. Obviously it's Supernova, so Cavendish works. If your leader has the Supernovas type, that's all it needs, baby. Cavendish stonks are going up, man. This card, I you know, if you play or main Bonnie, you know how strong Cavendish is. He's great in the other law leaders too, and now he's going to be amazing in ZORO, which is insane because this is just going to help you. Like you're going to be able to essentially, if you have Cavendish and Smoker on the field and you use both their effects, you get 3 free Dawn, and that means you get free leader effects, which means you get 2 additional attacks with your leader that turn if you have a character that you're attacking into. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited to play this leader. My favorite type of like the playstyle in One Piece is like Dawn manipulation, getting extra Dawn, or like manipulating Dawn with Hody, or like getting extra value and swings out of your Dawn with stuff like 9-cost ZORO. Green is definitely just my favorite color because it fits the things I like to do the most. And so far this ZORO leader with like almost 0 cards like specifically for him being revealed, I'm just already imagining how fun it's going to be to play him. And obviously 9-cost Zoro, just because, hey, it's Zoro. If you run the green Nami searcher, you're going to be able to find him. Keep in mind, 9-cost Zoro is not supernova. And then lastly, I have like Hawkins over here. So stuff like Hawkins just like is going to be viable with Zoro. But also it's just like the other supernova cards, like kind of saying those might be key cards that we're using. And I want to talk quickly about like some anti-KO combos that we're going to be able to do. So like we said before, with Koshiro on the board, we're going to be able to protect stuff like Cavendish because he's slash. 5-cost Smoker is slash, baby. So literally like whereas it's kind of hard for, if you're not red-green Smoker, it's kind of hard to play Smoker and Tashigi on the same turn unless you're already at like 7-8 Dawn. But now, even on your 6 Dawn turn, you can play Smoker and Koshiro by restanding 1 Dawn, and or like, you know, Cavendish on 5. You can play like, essentially, your opponent would need so many resources and like already have set up like multiple 3-cost Brooks or something in order to KO you if to KO your Cavendish if you play Cavendish and Koshiro on 5 Dawn. So just keep that in mind. There's gonna be some nutty, really protective, awesome combos that we're gonna be able to do. And I just wanted to shout out this Law. This 5-cost Law is also a slash character, and he's a supernova. So I could see this being really strong. You know, like I don't know, like cycling searchers. You know, call back a 1-cost searcher that you got and play out a Tashigi or a Koshiro, and then on 5, if you don't have Cavendish, it's fine. As long as you have a searcher on the board, you pull that back to your hand and then you play out literally a card that protects your 5-cost Law. Like, we're gonna be cooking. We're gonna be cooking. I think this 5-cost Law could be really, really strong in Zoro though. So don't count him out. Keep your eye on him. All right, next I want to talk about just some general character combos. So like obviously this 3-cost Mihawk works really, really smoothly with stuff like Filmbrook, the 4-cost Zoro from EBO2 that essentially, depending on the circumstances, lets you rest a 4-cost or less, and then he can also attack characters the turn he's played, rested characters. And then there's like this other starter deck 12 Zoro that's, unfortunately this card is counterless. If this wasn't counterless, I think he would see more play in certain niche builds, but who knows, this might even be playable just because you're resting a 6-cost or less with 1 Dawn. So you can play all that stuff out with Mihawk. Obviously there's other stuff too, like even this Drake, but there's other 4-costs. There's Yuma, there's other things like that. But moving on to some potential spice, some cards that I think are sneaky spicy for this this leader. Obviously Restand Law, just because you can do the, you know, Cavendish shenanigans. I think there's going to be really strong combos with that. I don't know how spicy that'll be. This Drake is also really potentially strong because like supernovas or navy, so that means 5-cost smokers and 5-cost smoker, Tashigi, and all of your supernovas. This card actually low-key I think will be really, really strong in Zoro. I don't know if it'll be worth playing or anything, but really strong regardless. And other potential spice, I would be remiss if I did not put some Wano in here. Let's talk about it. Raizo is another great character to potentially play off of Mihawk, the 3-cost Mihawk. And with a deck like this, like think about it, you're already resting Kuina to get her effect off, so this is perfect, right? Say you play Raizo first, and then you play Kuina the next turn, and then you rest her, put the Dawn on leader, and then swing with Raizo because he can swing that turn, and boom, you already have 2 rested, so you're drawing a card. Like, man, there's gonna be so many potential like cool combo plays here. And then 8-cost Odin, just because I think it would be hilarious if you're just swinging, you know, multiple times with multiple leaders, and like with your leader and something like 8-cost Odin, just a slightly easier, and you can get him out earlier than 9-cost Zoro, but it'll just depend on how much removal is in the meta and how strong he'll actually be. But just a card to keep in your mind and keep an eye on. If you don't have the alt arts, maybe just go buy them while they're probably like really, really cheap still. Same with Raizo. You should already have a playset of alt art Raizos. If not, what are you doing with your life? But those are the potential spicy cards that I could see like maybe seeing some play. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you as excited as I am to play this leader? I normally don't get this jazzed up about new leaders that are coming out. I normally get like pretty excited about 1 or 2, but this one's itching a spot because I've been really missing stuff like Mono Green Odin and Kinemon, and like just how much fun those things were. You guys know I love Wano, but I also love Zoro, and I also love obviously just like swords and swordsman type stuff, and it's really exciting. And the playstyle seems to fit kind of a slightly more like aggressive approach to green, which I think is cool because I like playing a slower control version of green with Bonnie, but I like being aggro. Like Yellow Green Yamato is still my favorite leader in the game, you know. So this seems like kind of like the perfect blend, like the perfect mix of best of both worlds for me. So let me know if you're excited, or if you're excited to try out the other leaders like Kuzan and Rayleigh. We're still waiting on the other 3 at the time of recording this video, but boy am I excited. But yeah, that's it for me. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It always helps me out. Please do check me out over on, I'm multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube now, all at Fidelio TCG, so you can check me out there, and check out the Discord, link in the description. Follow me on Twitter at Fidelio TCG, all that jazz. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.